So, hello everyone. Like a complete hammering from Australia again, winning the Ashes in back-to-back three sets. This is in the main like three test matches. It showed that they have the class, they have the game awareness. It was a collective effort, not an easy win because it was only 82 runs. One, it's also not a big number, small number in Test cricket. So let's see how England, like the baseball, is exposed now. Look, they have lost a series in India. Pakistan, even they lost in West Indies, I remember 2022. That there wasn't baseball, but the same squad was the similar one. And they also lost squared the series in New Zealand. It's not 100% track record. It's successful only in England, I can say, baseball. Wickets are flat and they do whatever they want with the pitch and conditions and everything. So I will come with first with you. Like road strokes, like so much promise was expected from them, but it was quite horrific to see like no one converting their starts. I think they made a mistake by not picking Johnny Bairstow because Johnny Bairstow was there in earlier two Ashes series. He could have actually in 2013 he also was there. He could have given a fight because you need characters to win in Australia. What do you think?
Well, we can now talk about who is there, who is not there, and everything. Ben Stokes, I felt, played a very good innings in the first innings. I mean, 83 gritty runs, that was very important. And then the second innings got a beauty. But I think if you look at it from where England lost the game, it's simple. I mean, fielding, bowling, batting, they were just not there when it mattered. I mean, Australia played the clutch moments better, and that proved to be the difference. I mean, look at two drop catches by Harry Brook in two innings. First, he dropped Usman Khawaja when Usman Khawaja was batting on 5. Harry Brook dropped him at second slip, I think, and the bowler was Josh Tongue, unfortunate bowler. And then Usman Khawaja went on to make 77 more runs from that score that he was dropped at. And I had Usman Khawaja gone there, I mean, Australia would have been 3 down for 40, and who knows what would have happened then. So then Usman Khawaja got alive, he scored 77 more runs. And then in the second innings, Travis had played a magnificent innings. He scored, went to 99. And at 99 again at seconds at Gully, I think, Harry Brook dropped him. And then another 71 runs was added. So 148 more runs England conceded thanks to those two drop catches. And the ultimate result was an 82-run victory for Australia. So that was two big moments in the game, I think. And I think the other factors where they lost was game awareness. Harry Brook playing an ill-fated reverse sweep to Nathan Lyon that broke open the game on day 4. Because when Harry Brook went for 30, Ben Stokes came in, he was vulnerable and he got bowled to Nathan Lyon. And then you had Zach Crawley playing so well for his 85, getting stumped by Alex Carey off Lyon. And those 3 wickets really pulled England back to the brink. And then on day 5, Jamie Smith was playing so well, aggressively. He scored 60 very quickly, hit 4 boundaries of 4 balls of Stark and Cummins. I mean, Cummins and Stark, if we look at it, the sequence. And then he again tried to hit Stark. There was no need, and then was caught and mid-on by Pat Cummins. So game awareness, two moments where England got it wrong, and then the catches, as I told you. Whereas similarly, if you look at Australia, they played the big moments better. They held on to their catches. I mean, Marnus Labuschagne, 2 brilliant catches to get rid of Ollie Pope once, and then I think Will Jacks on the final day. 2 brilliant catches to turn the game when the game was on the line. When Australia were under pressure, Australia did, these people delivered, even everybody. So the clutch moments throughout the series, Australia has played better, even in Adelaide, which was a relatively close game. Again, when the clutch moments came, Australia were the better side, and England just couldn't respond. Looking ahead, yes, there will be no Nathan Lyon, there will be no Pat Cummins. I can tell you that for the Boxing Day test. Nathan Lyon, I think, is ruled out for the entire remainder of the series. But Australia will be bolstered by the return of Steve Smith, who will be captaining in Melbourne. And they'll get someone or the other to manage, and they are going for 5-0 because I can see that players like Marnus Labuschagne and everybody saying we are not going to rest on our laurels. We'll try to make it 4-0 and then go for 5-0 in Sydney. So watch out, England, is what I'm going to say, because England might crumble after this defeat in Adelaide. So that's my point of view. I just wanted to just let you know the moments, the aspects where England lost. And more, yes, of course, Ben Duckett's form is a concern. Ollie Pope's form is a concern. Joe Root's form, apart from that 100, is a concern. Definitely. But even without them, England could have won this test had they applied themselves. So that's my take on the game. Overall, good win for Australia, but England with a lot of work to do.
Yes, like Stuart Broad, Graham Swan, David Lloyd, Michael Vaughan, everyone was saying, come on, England and everything. Like, see, England plays good cricket. Very, we can say to some extent, great cricket in England. They haven't lost a test series. I think from 2014, they lost the last one. It was when Sri Lanka defeated them by 1-0. I remember that test series. They haven't lost, I guess I might be wrong with this, but they haven't lost that many test series in the last 10 years. They have drawn two series. Two Ashes was drawn 2019, 2023. Also, India recently the Test series was drawn. They are good force in England, but winning in England is not winning World Test Championship. Like they are nowhere in World Test Championship. Like below six seven position. I mean, seriously, what is wrong with England cricket? Like
They're
so,
seven.
seven, yeah, yes, seven, six, seven, yeah. So only nine teams. So it's not like 20 teams are there, and you can say, "Come on, we are at same position." No, no, it's you're way behind. See, England has the benefit of that they're hosting WTC in England. They get a very good amount of money and everything, the hosting rights and everything. That's only benefit they're having, and ICC is there every now and then. But it looks like there might be some tough calls from Rob Key, the managing director and ECB, because next Ashes is in next 2 years, 2027, just before the World Cup. It's in June, July, and the World Cup is in October, so you don't have that much time. But it looks like Stokes will consider again Baz to stay because वो कहते हैं ना वाइब मिल गई है दोनों की अभी मतलब अच्छी सी वाइब मिल गई तो काम हो जाता है आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द अदर पार्ट बट Baz might be continued because he knows the ecosystem very well now. He has learned his lessons, but he should be removed. So आयुष आपकी तरफ आते हैं अभी आप क्या कहोगे इस प्रदर्शन के बारे में जिस तरीके से इंग्लैंड खेला है उम्मीद तो थी फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच थी इफ यू रिमेंबर द फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच द डे वन इट वाज क्वाइट एन इवेंटफुल वन डे टू also their 100 run lead it was but still they collapsed like anything. Playing the 6-7 stump ball, playing cover drive, square drive, it was quite horrendous to see that. क्या कहोगे आप इंग्लैंड के प्रदर्शन के बारे में 3-0 हो गया है स्टोक्स की बॉडी लैंग्वेज ही बता रही है कि अभी हो गया जल्दी से हो जाए रो टेस्ट मैच और मैं घर जाऊं अभी वापस ऐसा एटीट्यूड हो गया प्लेयर्स का दे आर मेंटली एग्जॉस्टेड नाउ
जब से ये सीरीज स्टार्ट हुआ है तब से बहुत सारे इंग्लैंड के या हमारे देश के एक खिलाड़ियों ने कहा कि इंग्लैंड इतना जीतेगा। सब इंग्लैंड को जिताने में लगे हुए थे। इवन स्टीव ओकीफ इंग्लैंड को जिताने में लगा हुआ था। जिस देश के लिए खेला उसको हरवाने के लिए तो तुला था और इनको इंग्लैंड को जिताने के लिए तुला था। अभी अगर आप स्पोर्ट्स की क्रिकेट के हैंडल पे जाओगे तो सबके प्रेडिक्शन फेल हो गए। सिर्फ 3 लोगों के प्रेडिक्शन है अभी इस वक्त, जिसमें डेविड वार्नर है, दिनेश कार्तिक है, मैकरा है। उनके अभी प्रेडिक्शन फेल नहीं हुए हैं। अभी भी उनका मानना है कि एटलीस्ट 2 मैच तो जीते गई अपनी इज्जत बचाने के लिए। अब कमिंग टू द मैच, इस मैच में था क्या? अभी तक 3 मैच हुए हैं, कहीं से लगा नहीं कि इंग्लैंड आपको टक्कर देगा, लगा ही नहीं कहीं से। सिर्फ ऑस्ट्रेलिया हर सेशन में आपको नजर आ रहा है था इसमें। अब बाकी बचे 2 मैच में, वहां पे भी क्या ही कर लेगा इंग्लैंड जब आपका 3 मैच ही था। आप 3 मैच में ही अब जवाब देगा आप। और रॉब की क्या क्या लेगा एक्शन? इसको तो उस वक्त एक्शन लेना चाहिए था जब जब ये टीम हार रही थी। जब से बैच बॉल आया है तब से इस टीम ने सिर्फ अपने घर में 3-0 अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान जीता है। पाकिस्तान के घर में भी हारा, इंडिया के घर में भी हारा, अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हारा है। वो न्यूजीलैंड में एक एक की बराबरी कर लिया इन लोगों ने। क्यों? क्योंकि सिमिलर कंडीशन है। ऑस्ट्रेलिया को ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हराने के लिए ऐसे अपाहिज टीम लेके नहीं आनी है, सब T20 खेलने वाले। अभी वो क्या गया है, पिछले कुछ समय से देख रहा हूँ इंग्लैंड की टीम का कि अगर 2 बॉल मिस हो गया या इवन 3 बॉल भी मिस हो गया तो चौथे बॉल पे ये लोग ट्राई करते हैं निकल के पावर हिटिंग करने के लिए। टेस्ट मैच एक पेशेंस का गेम है। पावर हिटिंग करना है तो T20 खेलो। यहाँ दो यहाँ 15 रन बनाने में भी लोगों की सांसें ऊपर नीचे हो जाती है। एक बॉल का इंतजार करते हैं ताकि उनको बैट पे लगे, वो सिंगल डबल या हिट फोर मार सके। यहाँ तो सब ट्राई करते हैं, आओ लंबे लंबे हिट मारना शुरू कर दो। नहीं, ये इंग्लैंड की टीम टेस्ट मैच के जो असल रिचुअल है वो उसको खराब कर रही है अपने इस थकी हुई थर्ड क्लास मॉडल को लाके। आपको रिस्पेक्ट देना पड़ेगा पिच कंडीशन, बॉलर्स, वेदर, हर चीज को। तो अब या तो इंग्लैंड एक मैच जीत जाए, और यानी तो कोई दो में से कोई एक ड्रॉ करे, अगर 5-0 से व्हाइट वॉश होने से बचना है तो। नहीं तो जैसे इन लोग की बॉडी लैंग्वेज है, ये तो हारने वाले हैं।
Yes, body language is a lot of things. Like they won in 11 days. Like only first test match was done in 2 days, and then 4 days, then 5 days. It really shows like they are not playing according to the test cricket. Because look at the side of Andrew Strauss was good. Even Alistair Cook also did a very good job when he was the captain. We should not forget, like Alistair Cook won Test series in India, he won in another countries as well. Sir Alistair Cook, now he's being said, he's given that honor and everything. But England's like main problem is that like they don't have quality spinner like Shoaib Bashir. Even I just watched a video of Darren Lemon who was in England for some county team. He said that they don't have a selector. Every selection is done by the coaching staff, and so there is some kind of favoritism. Like I want this player only because if you look at our India, we have the selectors of a particular state team or any team. There is some control there. What is going on? And he's openly said these things because he was in England during a stint there. So England doesn't have quality spinners. Look at them. There was Graham Swan, there is Monty Panesar. They don't have spinners. Don't. There's Dominic Bass. Jack Leach. Don't know what happened with him. He doesn't play anymore. There is Rehan Ahmed is there. There is potential in him, but they are not bringing him. There was also Tom Hartley was there. They have the quality. Look, if you look at this, there was 16 to 18 county teams they have. England, that's a serious talent. India has 37 domestic teams, but India has a very good population as compared to England. 16 to 18 teams, and Australia has only 6 state teams. So Australia doesn't have a big pool of players, not at all. They make the most out of it. England easily can do it, but there's some partiality, some kind of favoritism, as I said, biasness is there. So, Harsha, we will come to you now. Like England lost even without Cummins and Lyon, and they lost even without Smith. So it's like losing is consistent. Like no matter who you play, because now it's officially clear. Because if you look at the statement of Pat Cummins, he has given a direct hint that I won't play the boxing test match because workload management. Aussies use that term. So it's like another Jai Richardson might get a chance because they might rest Boland or someone other than. But Jai Richardson is doing good once. He debuted way back in 2019, 2018, 2019. He's quite a good
Yeah.
lad there. So Australia is red hot favorite, and boxing test match is a big ritual, a tradition in Australian cricket and England also. So what do you think? Like doing England's performance, batting has get them down. Preparation also is quite a questionable. No spinner, quality spinner into the side, going all pace out attack, and no results. Results are important after all. What do you say?
So basically, first thing we have to remove the baseball thing, because the thing that has been that has been changed a lot of things from England, and they have no basic plan what to do on what pitch. So they have to plan according to the pitches. So that was the first thing, and they're going totally with batting lineup. Like till we till number nine we have batting, like bowling all rounder. So we have to take that, we have to make some changes to according to the pitches, because there are bowling pitches like in first match and second match. There are only Jofra Archer. They're totally depending on the Jofra Archer. So there is no other bowler and premium spinner to take a wickets in middle overs and to take the lead for the England. So that makes a huge mistake by England selection or a management team. So that was the main reason they were losing three matches continuously, and 5-0 will also happen by seeing this 15 member squad. There is no chance that they're going to. We can see that in every session that Australia is going to dominate, and they are dominating the total series and every session in the this series Ashes. So the first thing they have to go according to the pitches, and they have to select perfect squad in perfect playing 11 according to the pitches. And the selection committee is not very good, and they're following blindly about the baseball thing. and everything should be controlled under coach and the captain and the selection team. So see, comparing to the India team, like we have good management team and good selection team, but not now, but previously. Now they're learning everything and they're taking again into the control. So that was the main thing that England has gone back, seeing now where the future. Like England, winning in England is nothing matter. England should be winning in another country they matter. So where England is losing in that country and England is losing another country, this will make a huge impact on England team. So England have to make so much changes according to in management and the squad things. That was my call.
Yes, but they have the selection. But not many people know that Luke Wright is their national selector. Luke Wright played cricket for England, not that much, but he played a lot of domestic cricket. Luke Wright is there. Only one name is ahead there because Rob Key does a measure of the talking there, and also Baz does that. And they didn't pick Sam Curran. Sam Curran was needed. It's not about express space in Australia, everything. Like Sam Curran is like managed everything. He got chance in New Zealand in the wide ball setup, but he was completely taken back by Baz. Baz openly said that Sam Curran's performance hasn't been that much convincing given he debuted in 2018. I mean, you should give him a chance, groom him. He's only 26, 27. He has a lot of cricket left in him. He's not playing LD20 cricket. I mean, seriously, you have a very good fast bowler. He should be playing in Australia, but you're not taking him there. So now we will get back to our final AnupKonnur sir. So our head coach, we often say head coach, very experienced, very talented, out of the box thinking. So we will have a conversation with him. So what do you think about this? It's a hilarious, like if you look at how these three test match has have going on, because in the last 2 years they have only chanted about ashes in Australia, ashes in
Yeah.
Australia. मतलब वो आई विल टॉक अबाउट मराठी हियर म्हणजे ते म्हणतात ना ढिंडोरा पिटणं हमेशा वही बोलने का ठंड हमेशा like every time Ashes is only there like my suggestion to Mr. our beloved ICC chairman Jay Shah, make a separate World Cup or Ashes for Australia England, give them the trophy of not that small Ashes one, this is a tiny one, give them the World Cup literally of Ashes. They just talk Ashes only. England, look at Australia, they win in other parts of world, but England is like we are preparing for Ashes, we are preparing for Ashes, and you collapse, you fall like a pack of cards. What do you think, Anup sir?
Yeah, now that World Cup won't happen as for England versus Australia because the Ashes tradition is now over 150 years, the oldest tradition in cricket. Because initially only two teams used to play cricket, that's Australia and England. So it's a rivalry that is age old, that is from history, from tradition. So apart from that, my take on this series was like as Varad sir rightly mentioned, England like they only make noise like in English there is a saying like empty vessels make more noise. So the England players they had the motivation only to play Ashes, but they had no preparation. The key point here missing is preparation. Whenever you go to a new side, a new country, first thing is to you have to acclimatize to the weather conditions. Secondly, you have to acclimatize to the pitch and the playing grounds over there. Where did England play practice matches? They never played practice matches or squad games in Australia. They only played intra-squad games. That was making two teams out of the 15 selected. And आपस में खेलते they decided that yes, we are in form and we are ready to take on Australia. It's not good, no? There is no Prime Minister's 11 match versus Australian youngsters or even England Lions played. But what's the use when your Lions in your Lions team, your main players are not playing? So that's not a use of no practice matches. That was totally seen in all the three test matches. Just imagine Jofra Archer, the number 11 batter, scoring 30 runs and 51 runs in a test match. And he did in a century partnership in the first innings in third test match with skipper Ben Stokes. So this is an utter shame to the top order batters, especially Ben Duthett, Oli Pope. Oli Pope was considered as the next Ian Bell in England cricket, but he is nowhere near to Ian Bell. Oli Pope, then sorry, Ben Duthett, I never know when Bendatet is in form. Only he is in form on the flat pitches in England. Rest everywhere he goes, he becomes a flop contender. That trolley hote we can leave him because he has played in two test matches, 177 and 185. So two innings team. Joe Root, the greatest man in test cricket after Sachin Tendulkar at the moment. Joe Root actively playing. Yes, he had one month that he never scored a century in Australia. That month he got off the bat in the second pinball test, but after that, a mediocre performance from a stature of a batter like Joe Root. Harry Bruce, a new sensation, a newcomer, a new age hero which England is looking up to in a test, a very young lad, full of stroke methane, but methane strokes at the, as Ayan said, methane stroke methane at the false time, it's not very fruitful for England either. Means you were well settled on 30 runs. There was no need to play the atrocious reverse sweep shot and 18 bowled on Nathan Lyon. Absolutely no need. You were in a partnership. He had made many 40s in this series as well. 45 runs also he made. But still not converting those runs really hurt England. Ben Stokes, yes, Ben Stokes and I really see there is a conflict of approach between the captain and coach because Brendan McCullum wants baseball, but the kind of innings Ben Stokes has been playing for the past two innings, he is going on to full traditional test mode form. मतलब 150 150 ball 50 in the third test and his slowest one and plus 100 plus ball 50 in the second test. That's not baseball. Na? So Ben Stokes is utterly going into test mode. Means he himself is confused. Like yes, on air they say we are playing baseball, but what kind of test approach is gonna give to the team? Ben Stokes himself is confused. Yeah, he might be confused because the top order are not giving him that enough runs that he should go all runs blazing. But he is old in one end. Will Jets, yeah. Other in bits and pieces, Will Jets is a okay batter. He at least gave some support to Ben Stokes in the second test and in the third test on the final day, Will Jets other than 47 runs in 149 balls made no sense because ultra defensive after all ultra defensive going into ultra defensive mode also results in your wickets because where there are runs are to be taken. Jamie Smith, a promising career. He had a good series versus India, 400 above runs, and he was the next top in town. But in Australia, totally flopped. Apart from the last innings where he scored 60 odd runs, was pretty to watch. But then four boundaries in space of 2 overs, and then again going for the shot means no limitations on the shot making to the downfall. And saying so, there are England did have fast bowlers like Braden Tars who bowled very beautifully. Jofra Archer was their key weapon. He has taken five first on two occasions. So everything is based, and as you say, spinners actually is a concern for England for a long time. But in Australian condition, having a spinner really doesn't matter because only on few pitches like the Adelaide one or the Sydney one, spinners are useful. Especially on are the other pitches like Melbourne or Brisbane or Perth, you might only fast bowlers are the key over there. So spinners no. And as for Sam Curran, as you mentioned, Sam Curran is never considered for Test cricket. He is a lone white ball player for England. England has stepped in specifically for the white ball team only. So that's the reason. And England really needs to thin going forward in the next two Test match because if you really want to play the Ashes well, and you're boasting about Ashes, you really now had to win at least one of the two Test match. वो जो बोलते हैं for your pride and at least for that Ashes. You lost 3-0 for that Ashes, but England should have a common sense like this series, apart from Ashes, was included in the WTC cycle. So five matches, if you are gonna lose, so much chance of points you are gonna lose in WTC. And this five match test series win for Australia means they already have 1 foot inside the WTC final. Next, now they are versus New Zealand, India. That result really don't matter to them because they already have 1 foot in the WTC final, winning all the test matches till now, till date. So England really have to think about these systems as well. That apart from baseballing and apart from Ashes legacy, There are WTC points at stake because at the moment only WTC points are that which is mattered, not their oldest rivalry or nothing. And if the similar cases gonna happen, I really means it will be a wild and very weird prediction. But 2027 Ashes would also be no different for England if they don't learn from their mistakes at the moment. And changing the entire squad or any coach would not prove benefit to England team. The beneficial only would be playing according to the conditions and playing according to the plans as per the test match norms. Don't apply white ball for norms into test matches. That's the simple and clear message for the England team. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, it's quite a complicated thing now. Rocky has a very good friends with like you told about England Lions. Like England Lions, I remember in 2024 they were sent to Australia to have a Australian test tour, and Andrew Flintoff was the head coach. Actually, Andrew Flintoff was the favorite to be England's head coach, but that didn't happen because Stokes was happy with baseball and McCullum and everything, and he was made a full-time coach even white ball. So you never know because see. Rocky and Andrew Flintoff are also a kind of best friends. So that Andrew Flintoff might come into the head coach post and Baz would be so that's enough for you. Because ECB can take some bold calls here. They're not getting results. It's a clear-cut indication there. Like no spinner there. Actually, Dominic Bess could have been groomed very well till now, but they moved on from him. They went for another spinners. Rehan Ahmed was there. Like I told earlier also, they should have picked Johnny Bairstow. You need some fast scoring as well in Australia, but not kind of baseball. Now look, there's a difference between attacking cricket and positive cricket. Positive cricket is like rotating the strike. They were not rotating. And you mentioned an important point. Look, Stokes loves playing defensive cricket. Look at the defense of Stokes. The stride is there, hand-eye coordination is there. He loves playing defensive cricket. Even when England won T20 World Cup 2022, he was playing his natural game of defensive, not an attacking one. Stokes has a different mindset. He's often compared to Sir Ian Botham. Like after Ian Botham, they have got Ben Stokes and also in front of us there's an all-rounder. So Ayan, we'll wrap it up with you. We are coming back to Ayan for the last time. Do you think that there's a ray of hope because Beckham has admitted that the preparation wasn't right? Like they're enjoying in a resort there, a beach was there, everyone they were flexing the photos, muscles, and everything, and Australia flexed the muscles in the ground of them. No offense to England fans, if you're listening, you will definitely listen some or another source, but it's really like a laughable. Like you don't play a tour game and you expect to do well in pink ball in another parts of Adelaide or Brisbane or anyone, and like importance of tour games completely neglected. They had two chances. They could have been 2-1 scoreline could have been there. What do you think ahead of the fourth test match? Because that is at the Boxing Day, the biggest ritual for Australia in the test cricket, and that's the end of the year as well, that 26 to 30. So do you think like England can make a turnaround? Because if they win all the test matches from starting from fourth test match to the end of the WTC, they might make it because it comes with a percentile. If you win some big victories, the percentile increases as well. It's not about wins only because it's a complicated the WTC point system. So do you think England can pull up their socks and say, come on, we can make it Bazball shine again, make Baz proud? What do you think?
They can make a comeback, but I don't see them. I don't think England takes WTC seriously. Let me put it in a very blunt way. England do not take WTC seriously. They have never taken seriously from the first cycle, and they'll not take it seriously. For them, it's only Ashes, Ashes, and Ashes. And now they've lost it, they might lose it 0-5 for all we know. See, England had the chance. You were saying that England could have been 2-1 the scoreline. I told you, I gave you the instance of the Adelaide test only. I'm not talking about the first two tests. I mean, Adelaide test mein, you had drop catches, game awareness. I told you. I mean, there are a number of runs that they conceded and all that. Now the thing is, even in Perth, they had a great chance. First test, I told you, first test of the test summer will be the most important test. Can England nail that test? They couldn't. I mean, they were on the front foot after first four sessions of the series. After the first four sessions of the series, it was England who had the noses in front. And from there on, it's been all Australia. So when you lose out on an opportunity, you pay the price against Australia. And that's what has happened. I mean, whether there's a ray of hope, there is always a ray of hope, and there'll be a ray of hope for England with, say, Nathan Lyon not playing the entirety of the series now. Pat Cummins won't play Boxing Day, it seems. So there is hope there. But do they think that only because these two players are not there and they'll go and winning? That's not going to be the case, because whoever comes in place of Netherlands, whether it's Todd Murphy or Koeneman or whoever it is, or even it is Jai Richardson in place of Pat Cummins or Michael Lesser, whoever comes in, they'll be hungry to make a point, because performing in Ashes is a different feeling altogether, and they will be also. England will also make changes. I think Ollie Pope's days are numbered.
Yes,
Jacob
yes.
Bethel might come into his equation and all those stuff. So lots of changes will happen. You'll see that on Christmas Day, because England will announce their
24th.
playing level. I'm sure. Yeah. Or on Christmas Day, like, hello everyone, Merry Christmas. This is the playing 11, and they'll announce it. So anything can happen. So anything can happen with England. Australia will take the time and announce their playing 11. So I don't see any hope. I'm going for maybe 4-0 or 5-0, and I'll say only 4-0 for the simple reason there could be rain around in Sydney. So maybe that test could end in a draw. So maybe 4-0. But honestly speaking, if both the test matches don't have rains, I see a whitewash.
Yes, Australia is at the number one in the points table WTC. Another back-to-back WTC finals they might play. Actually, third one, hat-trick of finals if they make it to there. And also the Aussies are wounded, the Kangaroos are wounded after South Africa thrashed them in the final. Babuma and Malcolm single-handedly won that fourth innings target and everything. It's quite, they're being a statement because they're rotating the place, Michael Lesser and everything. But if you look at England now, Oli Pop, he has played 64 test matches. Look, he debuted in 2018. Like since the 6 to 7 years, he has played 64 test matches. Just give him another 2 to 3 years. He might play 100 test matches as well. I mean, he's very young. He's very raw at the age as well. But still, no performance. Bethel should have been given a chance earlier, but now series is done. Bethel is also young. I guess 19 or 20 years he is there. They have the talent. As I said, 16 to 18 county teams is not a joke. England, you are the greatest of the game. Baseball is not showing some promising signs. But if Rob Key gives another chance to Baz, then it will be a 2 year contract, another one. No doubt, he has a contract in 2027, but TCB can cancel it anytime. It's written in the contract. It's not official, but they have the power and control and everything. Let's see how it goes ahead. Like tomorrow will be the press conference of Rob Keys. Some tough questions from British media. They're burning England players and the management and everything. You can see Sky Sports, you can see Telegraph, you can see all the it's not like any other country who will say, "Oh, come on, we are applause." No, England is going to burn the Ashes and everything now. It's going to be massive. Tomorrow's press conference with Rob Key. So thank you everyone, the five people, Ayush, Harsha, Anup sir, and AyanChatterjee. We are coming back very soon with the India squad. It's we are going to talk a lot. We can talk for hours, more than that, for India squad in the video, but we don't have time. In the next video, we will talk about that. So thank you everyone. And if you like the video, then we share, like, and subscribe. We are not forcing you. We are continuing to do our work.